All right, ladies and gentlemen, it is time for the Amateur Dota 2 League here between Miniboss and Random Mouse Clicks. Now, I was actually grabbed to cast this game on really short notice. I got home after work and they were like, "Hey, can you cast?" And I was like, "All right, bro." So, we are jumping into this series in the middle of it. So, as per the AD2L, it is a best of two series, which means that both teams will play a game or two games against each other, and the winner of each game grabs a point, and that contributes towards a league total, which will then end you up in the playoffs at the end. So, game one of this series has already been played. Random Mouse Clicks has taken it. They have a one-game lead, and I have no friggin' clue what happened in game one because I was not even home. I was walking back from work. So, jumping into this, it is going to be a, kind of a surprise box once again. Random Mouse Clicks, I have casted them once before, but I don't remember much as I have casted a lot since then. So, not sure of their style, not sure of their play, but hopefully we'll get into something and figure this all out. So, getting into this game, this is the second day of patch 6.80, which means that this is brand new patch, a lot of new balance changes, a lot of new swaps, and a lot of new heroes that are at the top of the pool now. Alchemist, definitely in the couple games that I've watched since the patch dropped, he has not been very effective. Alchemist has dropped quite a few games, his stun is nowhere near as potent, and his mid-game ganking is really bad too because of the nerf to his nighttime vision. So Alchemist being banned out first by Miniboss, but might not necessarily be the right choice in this circumstance because Alchemist, the new patch, does kind of hit him pretty hard. Anyways, OD, the only nerf he received was a short range decrease on Astral Imprisonment, so he's still a really good hero. It's just a little bit harder to land that Astral without taking a little bit of harass in lane. So Razor and Drow Ranger being picked up by Random Mouse Click. So two pretty interesting pickups. The Razor obviously is there to counter the OD, but the Drow, that one's a little interesting. She does have a new ability. Gust, or her silence was completely reworked to an ability called Gust, where, as it says, releases a wave that silences and knocks back enemy units. The knockback distance is relative to how close they are to you.
10 seconds remaining.
Duration 3, 4, 5, 6, and it's got a decent AoE on it. So now you have a bit of a
remaining.
knockback, a bit of CC under her belt instead of just that silence that she had to rely on before. So things looking a little bit interesting here. We'll have to see what they manage to do with that Drow. I still don't think she's the first pick material, but she could work out well, especially in like a push strategy where you got Eidolons or something like that can benefit from the range advantage. Even a Chen with some of his creeps can help out quite a bit. So we'll see what they do. But Drow Ranger, definitely an interesting pick, and we'll have to see how that works out for him. Excuse me, got some caught in my throat there. Heading in towards the second pick here, we're going to see what Miniboss really wants to do. Nyx is out, and alright, so that might have been kind of a denial pick, keeping Miniboss from grabbing that themselves. Nyx does really well against OD in lane, but in the game as a whole, he does really well against OD. So if RMC managed to pick that up, it would have been a nightmare for their ODs. So they snagged the Nyx, who is just a damn good pick in and of himself. Oh man, my apologies. That probably did not sound very good in that in the microphone there. I didn't really feel that cough. It just kind of came out. Anyways, yeah, Nyx Assassin. The only change made to him was that the cast range on Impale now matches the travel range. So previously the UI was a little short, showing where it would go. So no big changes to him. Weaver, Bane, Lifestealer, and Lich all being banned out. Probably pretty deserved of all of them. None of those heroes really touched too much by the patch, but still very strong heroes as of these recent couple months anyways. Mirana picked up by RMC. They did not touch her at all in the patch, I think. Yeah, no changes to Mirana at all. Still a very strong pickup, and works well if you have somebody to set it up with. However, the Bane is gone, and the Crystal Maiden is gone, and I mean, even the Alchemist is gone, so it's going to be hard for her to land those arrows. We could be looking at a Shadow Fiend pickup, or a Shadow Demon pickup for RMC right now, because that is probably the only hero left that is a known good counter or get good combo with Mirana. I mean, there's a few others like Naga who can throw a net, and you know this, that, and the other thing, like Rubik who can lift into it. But for the most part, Shadow Demon is the optimal choice there. So we'll see if they do decide to go with that. They do have a pretty strong tri-core right now between that Razor going the mid, Drow probably going to be the hard carry, and then Mirana on the off lane. So very potent ranged lineup here, and the aura from Drow Ranger is really going to help that out. Anyways, Miniboss grabs himself a Shadow Shaman, so looking for a little bit more lockdown and ability to push down those towers. Shadow Shaman is just strong in pretty much every regard. There's not much that's really crazy about him. Of course, he did get a buff in this last patch. His shackle duration is increased. The Mass Serpent Wards no longer trap Roshan, which means that he can't do those fast Roshes anymore, but that's not a huge deal. It doesn't change his game a whole lot. Visage being picked up by RMC, so they got some burst damage alongside this, but like I said, they are going to need... Yeah, no, never mind. I was trying to think of what they do with this Mirana, but now that I'm thinking about it, Mirana's on the offlane, so she's just going to be throwing random arrows for the rest of the game. They don't really need that combo hero. It's kind of more of a just kind of a security thing. You get those secured kills with it instead of just having to pin your hopes on hitting a good arrow. So anyways, 20 seconds left in the reserve time for Miniboss right here. They've burned through quite a bit of their time and are slowly running out as they head towards the last few picks here. They grab themselves a Wind Ranger. I love a Wind Ranger in pretty much any lineup. She's such a versatile hero that just does so much. She did get a slight buff. Focus Fire mana cost reduced from 200, 300, 400 to 150. So she's a little more mana efficient with Focus Fire now. And Focus Fire doesn't have a cast animation anymore, so it saves her a split second when she activates it. But for the most part, it's still reasonable. Like I said, Wind Ranger still a pretty solid pickup regardless. Luna banned out by RMC and Clockwork banned out by Miniboss, so here, I'm not sure if the Clockwork was a justified ban here. RMC is missing the support, unless they plan to run that Drow on a support role, but I don't see that happening. They're going to be looking towards another support, and who, I'm not entirely sure. Like I said, they're missing a lot of hard lockdown. I mean, they've got the arrow, they've got the silence knockback from Drow, but aside from that, they don't really have anything to lock anyone in place. Grave Chill is a pretty unreliable CC, as people can force staff. They can even blink if you don't do some damage to them, etc. So it's pretty easy to escape the Grave Chill on its own. Now the Lion, all that CC, and that new ultimate. Now, I don't expect him to be able to finish an Aghanims this game, as he is going to be on a pretty hard support role. However, he does have the ability to get that if it does come down to it. Of course, Lion's new ultimate has not his new ultimate, his new Aghanims interaction with his ultimate makes Finger of Death have a small AoE if he picks up a Aghanims. So if you get Magnus to RP everybody into a small cluster and then you zap them, everybody takes full damage from Finger of Death. So it's a really good ability with that Scepter, but unless he's on the mid lane, I don't think that's going to happen. Anyways, TA grabbed by Miniboss, so I'm curious what their lanes are going to be now, because I think the TA is going to be on a carry roll down on that bottom lane with the Nyx and the Shadow Shaman, while the Wind Ranger goes to the off lane and OD heads up top. But I could be mistaken on that. I could be mistaken. It's they've got some weird lanes, and especially considering the Razor was kind of counterpicked to the OD. Yeah, it looks like TA's going mid. That looks like a mid build. So OD is probably going to be dodging up towards the. Oh no, he's going to the tri lane. So he's going to the tri lane, and Wind Ranger will go to the solo lane. Anyways, up on the top lane here, we've got Lolhat taking that Mirana down towards the off lane, so he'll be playing there 1v3 against that tri lane. Axeboy going to be on the Drow Ranger. We're going to see Scooby on the Razor, likely heading towards mid. Rops, damn it, man. He's going to be playing Lion, heading towards that support role, and the Visage going to be played up by Yanoob. Weebos, God, come on. Why can't I just cast pro games where the names are easy? Okay. Anyways, Yeah, it looks like TA is going to be taking the mid role. OD is going to be going to the tri lane with Kingsley on the Nyx, T-Mart on that Shadow Shaman, himself, OD, Jack Attack, and then up in the off lane we've got Brown Ninja playing the Wind Ranger. YWCBKVX will be playing that TA. God, so help you. I don't know.
The battle begins.
Yeah, just waiting to scout out this rune here. No early aggression. A quick ward being placed down here by the Visage. Of course, fireworks going off because it is a New Bloom Festival. Chinese New Year. Shadow Shaman grabs himself an Invis rune, which with a rank in Shackles could actually mean first blood. It looks like he's going to go mid with this, and this could be deadly. TA doesn't have a lot of damage at level 1, and she did go Psyblades. Actually, she's got a fair amount of damage, 60. But I don't know if it's going to be enough to finish off Razor this early on. He's going to try to zone her out here. The Shadow Shaman is there, and he gets himself a little too far down. Shackle goes out, but the leash is already up on TA, so she is forced to run away instead of fight that. She might have been able to turn around and just throw auto attacks to just see how much she could get done with her attacks still being drained. But anyway, she backs off. Shadow Shaman is going to be forced away. And as we got action up on the top lane, oh my god, Wind Ranger tries to run away, but gets picked off by the Visage, so looks like it was just a stun into a Grave Chill, into a beat down by Drow, and that was it. And kind of crazy that first blood happened, because there was no Frost Arrows, there was no Soul Assumption, and it was a Hex instead of a stun, which I think at rank 1 is shorter. Actually, it's 2.5 at rank 1. Holy hell, that's a lot better than I thought it was. Okay. So, yeah, the 2.5 seconds was more than enough for them to burst her down with that damage. So, first blood goes up to the top lane, Wind Ranger falling, and RMC picks himself up a early lead. On the bottom lane, OD and Mirana they're gonna trade reasonably well. It looks like the jungle is gonna be occupied by the two supports as they go through the motions and making that nice double pull, and we'll completely clear this wave out as OD carries back towards his tower, which is a lot safer for him. Looks like we got a smoke gank coming in towards the mid here. Visage and Lion both looking for action here. It is a little bit harder to gank the Radiant side than it is the Dire, but if they find themselves a good angle, they might be able to do it. Are they just going all the way to bottom? We'll see. They might just hook into the river, but their smoke is going to run out by the time they get there. It's probably going to run out right underneath this Radiant ward, which could be a big problem. Yeah, there it is. The smoke wears off, and Visage should have been seen by the Radiant. Yeah, it gets pinged out twice there, so they know there is a gank coming. OD's going to probably finish off this creep and get the hell back underneath his tower. Supports are sitting there ready, and that was a pretty poorly timed smoke. I think the smoke time did actually get decreased in the most recent patch. Arrow flies out, gonna hit a creep, nothing big there, and they know that there's a gank waiting for him here. Yeah, Smoke and Deceit duration decreased from 40 to 35, so still, I mean, not a huge decrease. That they still would have gotten caught there, I think, but yeah, they activated it when they were like way up in here and walked all the way across the map, and you know, that Smoke gank fails because of it. Anyways. Down here, let's pull up the last hits tab and see how we are doing. 16 and 7 on the Razor, leading the charts. 13 and 2 on that Drow. OD following up very shortly with the 11 and 3. 8-0 on the Wind Ranger. Arrow flies out, gonna hit the OD. They're going for it. The supports are there, ready to help him out, but the Hex goes out on OD. They're gonna wait. Earth Spike comes down, doing damage. Soul Assumption finishes it off, and OD drops for the second kill of the game. Random mouse clicks, grabbing themselves an early 2-0 lead.
Never.
TA's got herself a DD rune up here. Actually, just wore off. Looks like she's not going for a fast bottle quite yet, but we might see that come up. Actually, no, she's going straight for phase boots. Not going to bother with getting a bottle. Not sure if I entirely agree. Bottle is really good on TA, especially considering the mana intensivity of her refraction shield. But you know, anyways. Visage, I think they guessed that there was a ward there, considering the fact that they got. You know, that lane got really defensive as they walked through the river and their smoke wore off. So they get rid of that ward, and you know, no river vision for Miniboss right now, which is going to be a huge problem for them, as especially as this TA tries to stay in lane without the bottle. I mean, illusions wouldn't have helped her stay in lane really, anyways, but you know, she's gonna have to be a little more careful.
Edged out.
The top lane looks like Wind Ranger and Drow are just going at it. Wind Ranger's actually getting herself poked down pretty far. She's forced to wind run away, and she's got no mana for any further abilities. Gonna have to pop off her salve to stay in the lane, and I think it's just not going good for her down there. TA being a little bit of a pest here, but
Oh no.
her and Razor look like they're trading pretty evenly right now. Their last hit scores, of course, 15 for the TA, 24 now for the Razor. So he is doing a little better in those last hits, but TA will carry harder if she manages to get some more. Wow, Visage diving really deep here and not getting anything for it, just dropping his life down quite a bit, but having himself a hard time. Anyways, we get...
Dire's middle tower is under attack.
Traction was up, no damage taken. Visage gonna find himself an illusion rune. Oh my god, TA might. Nope. Oh, she's going for it, but she gets hexed up by the lion. Refraction eating up a lot of this damage, but oh man, she should have melted on that high ground. Tried to get a meld strike as I walked up, but she doesn't bother. Anyway, she turns around, goes onto the lion, and she sees her team coming in from behind. The Visage Illusion's doing some work there, but this lion is actually gonna fall. He does drop a shackle, goes out on an illusion, and that's gonna be about it. The illusions get popped, and Visage is going to get away from that. So 1 kill going the way of Miniboss. That is the first blood for the Radiant side, and they're starting themselves off a little bit shaky, but you know, making the plays, making it happen, and getting themselves a little bit of revenge. Oh crap! Crappity crap! There we go. Hello, my friends in Dota TV. I just realized there was a message on chat in my stream telling me that I was not appearing in Dota TV. Of course, I did not have my open mic turned on. My apologies. I screwed that one up quite a bit. So welcome to the stream, Dota TV fans, and my apologies. So far, my analysis has been that there is 1 kill on Miniboss and 2 on RMC. Very professional, very good. You guys were really missing out. Looks like the game's going to stabilize just a bit here. We've got the Visage and the Lion just pulling the lane back a bit, giving Drow some last hits underneath her tower. Wind Ranger forced to stay way back near her tower. She doesn't even have enough mana for Wind Run. She's a death down, not doing too well. She does have a fair amount of last hits for an offlaner. She is 5 up on that Mirana, who's been doing pretty... she's been doing alright on the bottom. She hasn't died, but she's not getting the last hits either. Mid lane, we got that Shadow Shaman looking to see if he can get a gank, but he walks down prematurely, does not find it, and he's going to be shoved off of this lane here. Might turn around and kill this
Radiant's top tower is under attack.
Up on the top lane. This tower likely going to drop. There is a Fortify coming out. Wind Ranger going to see what she can do. Maybe pull that creep wave away from it, but it is taking a lot of damage. Might get shoved off in deny range. Denied? No, not denied. Drow Ranger gets the kill. Oh man, Earthspike goes out. Manages to pick up the Wind Ranger, and Soul Assumption is just not enough. We got a lot of support coming in here. Shackles up on the Drow Ranger, chasing her down right now, but not a lot of damage. She's just going to be able to run away from this with those power treads turned to strength. She's got a little bit of extra health, and she is going to survive that. Gus goes out backwards, but that is about all. Wind Ranger gets out with just a sliver of health. The tower gets dropped, and RMC get out clean. Down here on the bottom lane, Mirana finding herself a couple last hits, starting to catch up to that Wind Ranger, and this will help her out a lot. Mirana offlane and the scales pretty darn well with gold, so it's good to get it up on her when she can. Haste Rune getting picked up by the Razor here. Don't think he's going to go aggressive with this unless he sees somebody out of position, but there is no one out of position right now. TA is in the lane, but close to her tower, and that's about it. Lots of boots getting picked up. Power treads for Mirana, Tranquil boots for the Lion, and I think that was phase boots on somebody. Windrunner, Wind Ranger, Windrunner, Wind Ranger. Yeah. And now it looks like we got the offlaners up against each other. The two lovely women of the forest, and yeah. That top lane, Drow pushing her way up a little further, looking for that farm, trying not to stay too far away from the creeps, and there we go. Nyx is just throwing out a little bit of harass, but I don't think Drow Ranger's in any danger, especially considering there are no ganks coming for her quite yet. She does see a TP coming in, so she'll know to back off here. We got the two sports down here looking for the OD, but he wisely backs off, as I think he might have caught a glimpse of the Visage as he hooked around the trees there. Arrow flies out, but it's going to miss. OD is hiding himself very well down in these trees. Mid lane still trading pretty evenly. Razor, like I said, second highest in the CS with 45 to TA's 29. So she's not doing fantastically in this lane, but you know, she's getting what she needs to, and I hope she gets her Blink Dagger soon. I despise seeing TAs without Blink Daggers. I mean, there are some circumstances where you don't need the Blink, but that is not all that often, and considering there is only one AoE spell that's going to knock you out of your meld, I think it is a pretty damn good idea this game. Actually, two. Drow's Gust would do it now, wouldn't it? Not sure.
Radiant's bottom tower is under attack.
Food for thought. We'll see if it happens later this game. Arrow flies out past the tower. Is it going to catch? No. Windranger almost walked herself into that through the trees, but pressure on this tier 2 tower. There is no Fortify available and no TP is coming in, so this tower is going to drop, and a second tower going down to random most click. Grab themselves a pretty early gold lead because of these towers. You can see about 4,000 in their favor, even though they only have 1 kill up. EXP just about 600 above, not too much of a differential. Nothing that's really going to make or break this game at this point, but the gold is what matters, and it's getting in the right place. Like I said, Lion's got himself a couple of items here. He's got his Tranks, he's got some ward money, and he's got some smoke on him as well. Visage already got his arcane boots and 800 gold in the bank. Mirana, as the offlaner with not a lot of farm, has power treads and Aquila, so she's actually doing pretty decently. So early tower gold really helps out a lot more than people seem to think. Arrow fly is gonna miss, and creep wave is pulled away from the tower, about 400 health being chipped off of that tower, but that's about it. TA's popped off an Invis rune, looking for a kill down here. She's got to be really careful what she does, because, whoa, man. The smoke pops off and is instantly broken. They know there is somebody right on top of them, and TA goes for it, right in the midst of 4 people, just chasing down on that drow. She needs to be careful, man. Alright, so it looks like they are scared, and they're going to back off, but I think had they known what was behind it, they might have been able to turn around and snipe her before the team caught up, but it's all speculation. Might not have turned out like that. Anyways, Razor now topping the CS charts at 59 and 27, and putting in some pressure on that mid lane. Not going to knock it down quite yet, but it is down to 400 health, so another good creep wave push will finish that off. Drowned farming herself up some creeps in the enemy jungle. Looks like she's going to be heading towards a Helm of the Dominator, which will help her farm up even more as she traverses herself across the map, but heads up back up to top so she can free farm away. Tied with the Razor, and the OD following pretty far behind at 42 CS for himself. Generally, OD works a lot better with getting those last hits, but he didn't really have anybody to Astral to give him that extra damage. The Mirana was always too far back for him to really get that Astral off on, and so he couldn't steal the intel, steal the damage, and get himself up. Anyways, we see the supports finding the Drow Ranger. They're going to look for her, and that new Gust pushes him back and gives her the room to escape, so definitely a good buff there. Arrow catches on the Wind Ranger. They're going to look for her now. Frost Arrow's going down. She's going to Wind Run away, but she's going to get caught by a stray ability. No, it doesn't look like it. Escaping by just the skin of her teeth once more. Maybe a stray arrow now? No, she's running too far away. She's gone. Drow is fine. So still, 1-2 is your kill score here. 20 minutes, 53 seconds into this game. Or, did I say 20 minutes? 12 minutes is what I meant. But yeah, this is a pretty low kill game. Both teams playing it very tactfully, very tactically. I'm not sure what the proper word for what I was trying to express there was, but they're both playing really smart, maneuvering them out around the map in groups, trying to get those easy ganks off, and always having TP support for people that are going to fall. So very interesting game to watch right here. Not as exciting as the 20 to 40 kill game, 20-minute 40 kill games that we see, but at the same time, it still offers its own flavor in the fact that we see some intelligent plays and some examples of what players should be doing when they play Dota. Purchasing up those smokes, making sure you're warding in little places like this that are hard to deward, hard to spot out, and just always being safe. Moving out the second you get that ward place, never sticking around in one place for too long. Anyways, we see a Sheep and a Shackle going out on that Razor. They're going to look for him, but there are 4 heroes here to turn this around, and oh my god, Shadow Shaman gets himself blown up right away. Impale goes out, but it's not going to catch enough heroes. TA falls as well. 2 heroes down for Miniboss, and Random Mouse Clicks picks themselves up. Another couple kills, and likely a tier 1 tower here as they push in. Razor going to to clear out this creep wave real fast,
Radiant's
and with
middle
this creep
tower
wave, I
is under
think
attack.
that is going to be the tower. There is a fortification available, but I don't think it's going to matter. Yeah, it goes
Radiant's
down.
middle
Arrow flies
tower
towards the
has
TPing
fallen.
hero, and he is forced to cancel that off.
Radiant's top tower
And
is under
that
attack.
is about it. Visage Bird's now up, flying, looking.
Unseen
Looking to see if they can find that next, but they will not. Down on the bottom lane, we've got OD just farming up, looking towards that 4-staff, and Razor popped himself an invis. Maybe looking for some action, just searching for whatever now. Actually, he just went up to Secret Shop, bought himself an ultimate orb, so he will be looking towards that Aghanim Scepter. And this is gonna be a close range smoke. Nah, they're just protecting the Drow as she goes up towards the Ancients. And now they're looking for that TA in the middle lane. She's right on top of the Sentry Ward, hexed up, Earth Spike. Oh man, she's gone. So far gone. There she goes. TA drops once again. And that is 5 kills to 1 now. Oof. Not looking good for her, not looking good. She did not go for the Blink Dagger either, went straight for the Blades of Alacrity. And so we're going to be seeing a fast Yasha, which gives her the movement speed to maneuver, but does not give her the versatility that a Blink does. And with the new change to the Blink, where it costs no mana, it's such a good item. I can't stress enough how important a Blink Dagger is on TA, and nobody does it.
Radiant's
Nobody.
middle tower is under attack.
Bugs me. Really bugs me. Anyways,
Radiant's
Lion
middle
grabs himself the
tower
last
has
hit on that
fallen.
tower, so tier 2 falling right now, and RMC looking in firm control of this game, all maneuvering towards the bottom lane. Are they going to push tier 2 or are they going to go for Roche? They could do either right now, I think. Is there a medallion up on the... Yeah, there is a medallion completed and flying out towards that Visage, so they could very easily do Roshan. And looks like they are... Maybe? Maybe? Yeah, they go... Yeah. Come on. Stop hesitating. Just go. Yeah, there they go. Okay, so they are going to kill Roshan, and it will go down. It looks like there's going to be no contesting, so while they beat this down, I'm going to take a peek at the graphs here and see, yeah, with all those towers and a couple extra kills they picked up, 10,000 gold advantage, and you can even see it on the last hits chart. I mean, their 2 carries are hugely ahead. The Drow is almost double the TA. It's about 7 last hits off of that. And in terms of EXP, they've taken a couple good fights, and it has spiked down recently. Like I said, it was kind of a slow burn up until this point, because it was just kind of random pickoffs. But now that they're moving as a team, getting those objectives, it has jumped down to about 4,000 advantage. So RMC, firm control of this game right now, and gonna have to, Miniboss gonna have to turn things around, and figure out what they're gonna do to bring this game back. RMC not going to waste time with that mid lane again, because they're not going to crack tier 3s quite yet. But heading down towards that bottom lane, looking to pick off that tier 2 as well. Helm of the Dominator now completed on the Drow, looking to pick herself up a Yasha. She can buy that and fly it out as soon as she wants, but the courier is in use right now. Actually, it's coming to her. Oh, it's coming to her with a Band of Elven Skin, but the recipe is still in the base. Looks like she's realized that and sent it back right now. I was confused for a second as to what the hell was going on, but she jumps up towards top lane. So are we gonna have like a little bit of a split push scenario, or is she's gonna farm? Because the Mirana is up here with her. I'm not sure, man. I'm not sure. It might just be keeping the lanes pushed out while they work on other stuff. But either way, Ancient's getting farmed up now by the TA, the Wind Ranger, and the OD. Kind of splitting that all off, but they're gonna need to be in position for a defense. Lion maybe find himself a Nyx. He's got a ward up. Oh no, that is not his ward. That is his ward. Yeah, they both got the same ward. That's cool. Yeah, so really aggressive warding, and I mean amazing coverage by RMC right now. We've got a ward on the ward stone here in this entrance to the jungle, on top of the ward stone, or on top of the rune stone, and then they've got a sentry over top of the ancients, which really doesn't mean much, but they've got the they do have an observer. They do have an observer just up above that. And so they've got full control of the enemy's half of the map, which is a really scary thing to have. It makes it so much harder for your enemy to move. And so yeah. Anyways, they take themselves another tier 2. It's another big chunk of gold in their pockets. And 1,200 actually. That is... actually, it depends if somebody gets the last hit. Plus it, give or take a little bit, but yeah. And the Juez. Looks like they're just going to shove out mid and then possibly maneuver top to get rid of that last tier 2. Like I said, they're playing this fast and strategic. They're hitting the marks, hitting exactly what they need to, and then bouncing off to the next spot. So doing themselves a good job here.
Invisibility.
So Razor grabs himself an Invisor, and I don't think he's going to do much for that. Probably go Oh, maybe. Drow was farming up the Ancients, so he doesn't have a chance to grab those. Now, Drow, sitting on 2,500 gold. Possibly, what's she going to do? Alright, so she's just got a Yasha and a Demon Edge. Those don't build into anything, so likely just... she'll probably use those later to turn them into 2 separate items, but right now going for the mid-tier items as she heads in for an early push with her team, which never a bad thing to do. I mean, if you know you're going to be fighting immediately, and you've got the gold to pick up something like a Demon Edge that is actually going to matter in the fight, it's usually good to pick it up. I mean, no use trying to save for that Manta if you know you're going right now, so facilitate your team and go. Oh my god, OD just gets exploded before he even gets a chance to astral himself. Razor just jumping in now. He gets sheeped up, but it doesn't even matter. I mean, he's still at full health and his ulti is popped off. He's got the Aghanims, but he's got to pick it up from the shop. Who knows, if he gets aggressive enough, might even pick it up from the enemy shop, but the OD is bought back. They're trying to make a fight out of this, but OD eats another arrow. Oh my god, not a good time for him, and he falls yet again. Shadow Shaman was down on the front lines there, but that OD hating life right now. Life, or damage being drained out of that TA, and Razor's looking, he wants to get over to that shop so he can grab his Aghanims, but fearing for his life a little, he's going to back up, and the racks have gone down. So, space created, looking for, maybe looking for a couple kills, but they're going to rotate. Actually, they're just going to go straight for the tier 3. This might be a little bit too greedy with 4 heroes up, but they're going to try it anyways. The Fortify comes out by the Radiant side, and Moonlight Shadow is dropped as well, so they can cover their retreat, but I mean, they're still sticking around underneath the tower. Alright, there we go. Courier, what's that got? That has a Desolator for Mirana. She's now picked herself up a fair amount of gold, 104, 58 CS, and she'll be shredding that armor for Drow, which Drow will just be shooting right through. Heading towards this tier 3 now with a full creep wave and no fortify available. This could be the tier 3 and another set of racks. They are knocking it down fast and hard. There it goes. Tower drops and Sheep goes up onto the next assassin. He drops and Serpent Ward's being dropped. OD drops the Sanity's Eclipse, but he doesn't have enough intel to make it matter. Force-taps himself into the fight, looking to make something happen, but it is just not right now. 3 heroes down on Miniboss, and RMC looking to be taking this game. It's probably GG at this point. I mean, I like to believe in comebacks, but this one is too far. GG well played is called by YWCPKEX. Worst name in Dota history. Anyways, yeah, GG is called by both teams, so it looks like that'll be the end. 12-2 is your kill score. 21 minutes and 59 seconds is your game time, and RMC have picked themselves up a 2-0 in this series, which I haven't actually pulled up the league standings because, like I said, this game was a little bit last minute, so I'm not sure what that grants them, but we will have to... I can check in and inform you guys before the next game. Anyways, stick around. I've got another best of 2 coming up, and this one will actually be the full best of 2. You will see the first game, so check that out. I can't even recall which 2 teams I'm supposed to be casting because it changed midday today, but I will let you guys know as soon as I can. Please stay tuned. It will only be a matter of minutes before I get that up. Actually, no, it's going to be about a half an hour. The game was scheduled for 10:30 EST, so check that out when it pops up. I will just throw up a stream overlay, and we will be back in just a little bit. Thanks for watching, guys, and I'll see you soon.